Welcome, dear students. Think like a proton, always be positive. With this positive thought, today we'll continue our session. And today we are going to see about this matter around us pure, all the separation techniques. Come, join hands with me. Let us travel in the world of science. Sublimation. This method is used to separate a mixture of sublimable component from a non-sublimable component by heating the mixture. Example, if the mixture of ammonium chloride and common salt is heated, the ammonium chloride sublimes and can be cooled and solidified and collected and salt is left behind. So this is the process. This is the China dish, burner and ammonium chloride solidified at the sides of the test tubes, and a cotton is placed in the mouth of the test tube and ammonium chloride will be vaporized when it is heated. Chromatography. This method is used for separating colored components from a liquid by using a filter paper or blotting paper. Example, put a drop of ink near one end of a strip of paper filter paper and dip the end of the paper in the test tube containing water. I hope you can see the picture in which this is a paper strip which is inserted in the jar which contains water, and you can see the drop of ink. Ink is a mixture of two or more colored components. The component which is more soluble in water rises faster and gets separated. So finally, you'll get the paper strip like this and like this. Distillation. This method is used for separating a mixture of miscible liquids by boiling the mixture and cooling and condensing the vapors. Simple distillation. This is the simple distillation apparatus setup. You can see a round bottom flask which is connected with a condenser in which water outlet is there and water inlet is there, so that the condensed vapor can be cooled, and to collect a beaker is placed at the end and a thermometer is inserted to check the temperature. So first, simple distillation. It is used for separating mixture of two miscible liquids having sufficient differences in their boiling points. If a mixture of acetone and water is heated in a distillation apparatus, the acetone, which has lower boiling point than water, first boils and cools and condenses and is separated from the water. Fractional distillation is used for separating a mixture of two or more miscible liquids whose difference in boiling points is less than 25 Kelvin. The apparatus used for fractional distillation is similar to that used for simple distillation, except that a fractionating column is fitted between the distillation flask and condenser. The fractionating column has glass beads which increases the surface for the vapors to cool and condense. Fractional distillation is used for separating the components of petroleum, separating the different gases from air, etc. Separation of components of air. Since air is a mixture of gases, the components of air can be separated by fractional distillation. Air is compressed by increasing the pressure and cooled by decreasing the temperature to get liquid air. The liquid air is then allowed to warm up slowly in a fractional distillation column. Then different components separate at different heights depending on their different boiling points. So this is a flow chart for finding the separating components of air. So air, when compressed and cooled by increasing pressure and decreasing the temperature, liquid air is formed. Allowed to warm up slowly in fractional distillation column, gases get separated at different heights. For example, boiling points of oxygen is 183 degrees Celsius, argon is 186, and nitrogen is 196. Purification of solids by crystallization. Crystallization is a process of obtaining a pure solid in the form of crystals from its solution. Example, by crystallization, we can obtain pure copper sulfate from its solution. Dissolve about 5 grams of copper sulfate in minimum amount of water. Filter the solution to remove the impurities. Evaporate the solution in a china dish. to get a saturated solution. Cover the solution with filter paper and allow it to cool. Pure copper sulfate crystals are formed. So this is impure copper sulfate and this is pure copper sulfate crystals. I hope you're clear with the concept of separation techniques. Thank you.